Youths in the Niger Delta have been advised to give peace a chance and embrace the policy direction of the federal government in the region. Special Assistant and Youth to the Interim Administrator of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Nddc, made the appeal at a news conference in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital. The call is coming on the heels of a one-month ultimatum given to the federal government by the IJAW youth body to institute a substantive board of the Niger Delta Development Commission or risk a shutdown of activities in the oil-rich region.
Well, for more on this, we have Barrister Eric Omare, the former president of the IJAW Youth Council. Well, thank you for joining us. Now, let's begin with this issue of instituting a substantive board of the Nddc. We know that in April, the federal government announced that they've reached the physical stage of verifying projects that have gone on with the Nddc in the past 20 years. Now, and there has also been a one-month ultimatum. Why is there an issue? My colleague and I were just talking about it earlier. Is there any issue or any situation that has prompted this disarray? Because this 1 month has not elapsed and the forensic audit is not done yet.
Well, I think that the problem is because what we have as a forensic audit is an unending audit. Nigerians will recall that the idea of audit came up as a result of a meeting between President Buhari and governors of the Niger Delta states. And at that meeting, the governors made a call for the Nddc to be audited, and the president agreed with them. But that does not in any way mean, and the governors also do not mean, that there should be an endless forensic audit that does not have a termination date. And I think that the present agitation or the ultimatum issued by some youth groups, including the IYC, which I belong to, is because of a promise that was made by Godswill Akpabio sometime in January or December last year, where he said that by April this year, there will be a substantive board of the Nddc. But unfortunately, Godswill Akpabio has not lived up to his own promise. I expect that as a government, when an official of the federal government, such as a minister, makes a commitment or a promise to a people, the government should be able to live up to their promise. So Godswill Akpabio's failure to live up to his promise is responsible for the present agitation and, of course, the commotion that is about to go on in the region. And it is a very unfortunate situation. We do not deserve that. Having a board of the Nddc ought not to be a subject of agitation. These are routine things that are supposed to be done by any government anywhere in the world.
What will fomenting trouble or the protest, if you like, how will it help the situation? Why don't they wait? It's like putting the cart before the horse. There's an audit going on. Why don't they just exercise patience? You're a leader. You're part of that council. Why don't they just exercise patience and see this to the end? And then if nothing comes out of it, you can say, okay, we'll protest. But protesting now is not putting the cart before the horse and causing more problems than we already have, even in the Niger Delta itself.
No, it's why I agree that, like I said, there is no reason to protest if government was doing what they are supposed to do. But the reason why I think that the youths of a joint extraction, and of course other youths of the Niger Delta want to protest, it is because of consistent failure by the federal government to stand by their own words. They had promised before now that the forensic audit will last for 9 months. When they started, then I was the president of the IYC. Then from 9 months, it was extended for another 6 months. Another 6 months extended for 4 months. Now they have extended again. So the problem is that you cannot have an endless forensic audit. The feeling in the Niger Delta, including leaders, both political, traditional, and otherwise, is that the forensic audit is being used of the Nddc. Therefore, there should be an end to this endless forensic audit. And in any case, if you say you want to go on with an endless forensic audit, the people of the Niger Delta, speaking through their governors, have made a demand. Look, spend only recurrent expenditure. That is to say, pay only the staffs of the Nddc then the capital expenditure money should be left in an escrow account so that when you complete your forensic audit, you cannot spend that money. But the Nigeria Data Minister responded immediately to say, no, that cannot happen. Even insulted the governors of the region. So what is forcing this protest that the youths are back on from my investigation is because of frustration. All over the world, they say those who make peaceful change impossible, make violent change inevitable. People are pushed to the wall to express their grievances, to express their frustration by way of protest because of the insensitivity of the Buhari administration to the simple demands of the people to have a substantive board of the NDDC that will be representative of the people of the region, that is the United States of the Niger Delta, instead of having a one-man board and under a minister that does not care about our collective welfare.
I understand, Barrister, your frustration about the slow pace of this forensic audit, and I know that the Minister of NDDC, Godswill Akpabio, has attributed that slow pace to bureaucracy and budgetary delays. Now, what I want to ask you is this: your views that you're voicing out on television, how widely shared are those views with the IJAW youths and also in general the South-South youths?
No, that is the general view. The general view of the people, number one, is that there should be a substantive board of the NDDC. And with the situation that we have in this on ground now, if not because of the intervention of leaders over the years, there would have been protests everywhere. People have been calming the situation for the past 1 year and a half or so. But the situation has got to the level where the youth can no longer be controlled. If you have a set of people going to Abuja to make a statement, I can assure you that those people are not speaking for the generality of the young men and, of course, the people of the Niger Delta. They are also only speaking for a few persons that maybe there is an interest that they represent. I can assure you that the demand for a protest is a popular position of the people of the Niger Delta, especially the young men, because the money that is being used is their resources, and that money deserves to be used for their collective interest and not otherwise.
Is that some people are stoking this fire, encouraging these youths to go on protest. What's your sense?
Can you come again?
I mean, in some quarters, the talk is that some people are stoking this fire, encouraging the youth to go on this protest, you know.
No, that's not correct. The youths that you are referring to are not kids. They are responsible people, that people can make decisions for themselves. Like, for example, you cannot tell me that I need anybody to tell me what to do about what is of interest to the Niger Delta. So it's not correct. And I think that on the reverse, it is those who are speaking in favor of the endless forensic audits that are being sponsored by people, not those who are asking for the board to be constituted. Because if the board is constituted, it's going to be the collective interest of everybody in the region and not only a set of people. So I don't think that they are being sponsored by anybody or they are being prompted by anybody to do what they are trying to do.
Thank you, Barrister Eric Omare, for joining us on Newsnight.